Hi, thanks for joining us on this episode of Sports Bets for Free. My name's Scott Jenkins, your host, just a local sports bettor here in Phoenix, Arizona. And hopefully today with our picks and your picks, it's going to be another profitable day for you. Thursday, April 4th, NBA slate to get into. 5 games on the board today, so kind of light in that retrospect. Hopefully you've been following along. It looks like let me go back here. Looks like we've had 4+ positive. I think we're 4 days in a row. 4 days in a row with winners, winning days heading into this one. So I've been on a good NBA streak. College basketball has been a little up and down as of late. Baseball's been on fire. Formula One's been on fire. Golf was on fire last week. Decent start to this week already. So hopefully you're following. Oh, and if you're into springtime football, UFL, we had a really good week 1 there as well. So hopefully you're following along with the show. Just to get a reminder if you're not following us on YouTube, make sure you do, as you'll get the full episodes there on YouTube. But also make sure you check out the Google Sheets that you'll find at the end of every YouTube episode. It'll read docs.google.spreadsheet. It's in the comments section. It's a link there that is going to send you to a ledger of all of our bets, what juice we got those at, how many units we placed, and then also what book we placed those at. So let's get started with the NBA slate for today as we got the housekeeping out of the way. Let's go to the first game of the day. As they all started, 3 games started at 4:40 Phoenix time, 7:40 Eastern. First one on the board for us, Heat at home against the 76ers. Welcome back, Joel Embiid, as he tries to get the 76ers out of the play-in. I don't know if that's going to be a possibility for him. But this game is big for both teams, as they're probably going to play 7-8 seed in that first game. So for positioning here, who's going to be on the road, at home, no one wants to play the second game of that, because then you end up, best scenario, 8 seed against the Celtics, who have been absolutely dominant. So Heat favored right around 2 right now at home, 209 total, about a $1.30 favorite on the money line. So Embiid is back. He's limited a little bit by minutes, like the new hairdo. He looked pretty good first game back. Heat are on fire at home. That's the best way I can put it. Now, I will tell you this, right? So it is very frustrating to find a player for the Heat that you think is going to go, and most of us like to bet the over points and stuff like that. It sucks to play all unders all the time. It is hard to find somebody that you love on the Heat that's going to have a big day. It is, because it can change on a daily basis with them. They spread the ball around. They're one of the few teams out there that doesn't play a ton of iso ball, except with Jimmy. Bam Adebayo is not aggressive offensively sometimes as he should be, as you would think he could be a 25-point scorer a night, and he continues to score high teens, low 20s. He continues to rebound the ball well, pass the ball well, all that kind of fun stuff. And on a nightly basis, you don't know who the hell's going to hit 3-pointers for him, or if they're going to be able to score. Tyler Hero still out on that one, so it gets a little frustrating trying to bet them, right? I'm right there with you on that one there, especially, like I said, unless you like to bet a lot of unders, we don't have a problem playing them. But, it also sucks when you bet a guy go under 20 points and he scores like 35. You're like, man, I could have been on the other side and had a bunch of plus money somewhere. So completely understand that. We do like the Heat in this matchup here. I just think they've been firing all cylinders at home. That's enough. Embiid's not quite all the way back yet. This is a good ramp-up time for him as they march into the play-in tournament. So Heat -0.5 first quarter, -0.5 first half, -2 for the game. Duncan Robinson, we are rolling with over 10.5 points, 3+3s and 4+3s. Philly not fantastic at covering the 3-point line, so we hope Duncan Robinson takes full advantage of that one there. Then we've got Bam over 18.5 points and over 32.5 par. And then Embiid over 3.5 turnovers. I assume the dribbling and the Heat cause a lot of turnovers for teams anyway, especially big men, but I expect kind of Embiid to probably have 4 to 5 turnovers in this one here. So one more time in this Heat and Philly matchup. Heat -0.5 first quarter, -0.5 first half, -2 for the game. Duncan Robinson over 10.5 points, 3+3s, 4+3s. Bam over 18.5 points, over 32.5 par. Embiid under 26.5 points and over 3.5 turnovers. If this was Embiid At regular health, trust his point total will be at 33.5, 34.5. He's not going to play a full allotment of minutes more than likely. And we expect maybe a little bit of struggle as Miami's defense is good against anybody. So we'll get on to the next game. 4:40 once again, 7:40 out east. Sacramento Kings head to Madison Square Garden to play the Knicks. Knicks 3-point home favorite, 213 total. They get the news that Randall's going to opt for surgery. Why didn't he take this surgery 3 months ago? When they first announced it, normally when it comes, I will say this, watching sports, normally if they have a rest or a surgical option, the rest option never works. It just never seems to work, right? Surgically, take care of it. Yeah, it might be the end of the season at that point. You don't know because you don't know how fast you can rehab sometimes out of the injury. So I don't quite understand why they didn't do that. It's fine. The Knicks weren't making the Eastern Conference Finals with Randall. I think Randall's got paid like a max player who's not a max player. Basically had one monster year. Got the All NBA. And next thing you know, everybody thinks he's a max player. He turns the ball over a ton. He does not pass the ball extremely well. He shoots a bunch of bad shots. But he does score and he does rebound. And to help with their rebounding prowess, when you put him on the court with a Mitchell Robinson or Hartenstein in the middle, and then one of the best rebounding guards in the game, and Josh Hart, that team is an excellent rebounding team. Rebounds can win you a lot of games. Not allowing the other team to have multiple shots is big. That being said, the Kings play better on the road damn near this year than they do at home. The lamp from last year, which was awesome to watch, they have not played well at home compared to on the road. Their defense ratchets up pretty impressively on the road. We're going to take the dog here, the Kings, with the points. That 213 total, we're awful tempted to play under as well, but we're just going to stick with the Kings on this one for now. So Kings, we did grab this earlier this morning at 3.5, and now it's at 3. But Kings +1 first quarter, +1.5 first half, +3.5 for the game. Jalen Brunson under 29.5 points and over 2.5 turnovers. And then a lot of Sabonis for us here. So Sabonis over 18.5 points, 20+ points, 25+ points. Sabonis triple-double and over 40.5 par. His rebound line continues to be at 14.5, and it continues to be a struggle to consistently get 15 rebounds. So if you wanted to play, if you're looking at maybe another bet that we haven't played yet that could come up on our radar, Sabonis under 14.5 rebounds as well on that one. Sabonis is one of the best rebounders in the game, folks. But when we get to that, the books are smart. They know you want to play over on the popular players like Sabonis rebounds, right? So, because he has these 20 rebound games, 16 and 20 rebound games quite often. But when you put that number, all of a sudden now he's got to get to 15 to get home. He has a lot of rebound nights of 13. 13 is still a great rebounding night, but the books aren't stupid. They're not, they don't keep the lights on by accident. So, in that one there. We'll give you those Kings, Knicks bets one more time. So Kings +1 first quarter, +1.5 first half, +3.5 for the game. Jalen Brunson under 29.5 points, over 2.5 turnovers. Sabonis over 18.5 points, 20+ points, 25+ points, over 40.5 par, and then also triple-double. It was +220 on FanDuel. It was best odds I found for Sabonis to record a triple-double this evening. So we'll get into the next game, the last game at that 4:40, 7:40 Eastern time. Hawks at the Mavs. Mavs at home, 12-point favorite, 228 total. Hawks coming off a back-to-back. They get a win last night. Shooting-wise, wasn't their best, and they still kind of cruised to a win. The Mavs have been smoking hot, no question about it. Last, 7 to 10 games. They even beat the Rockets, who are on a 10-game winning streak. The Mavs have been hot. Here's the one thing with the Mavs. They have been hot, and they've been good against the final number. First quarter and first half numbers, not so much. So we bet a lot. Most of the time when we take a side, it's first quarter, first half, and game. So in this particular one here, we're going to take the Hawks, even though I think the Mavs have a great chance to win this game, but a lot of times they do start off a little slow. The Hawks, on the other hand, can get out pretty quickly. Their problem seems to be in the third quarter. So what we're going to do in this matchup here, like I said, is we do like the Hawks here, plus that's a lot of points, folks. I understand it's towards the end of the year, but the Hawks are still playing for something as well as Dallas. So Hawks plus 3.5 first quarter, plus 7 first half, plus 12 for the game. We're also going to sprinkle a little bit on Hawks money line at plus 530 on FanDuel. That's a great value, plus 530 for two teams that are going to be playing in their playoffs. Then we're going to take Murray, 24 plus points, 30 plus points. Bogdanovich, over 16.5 points, 20 plus points. Bogey, 3 plus threes, 4 plus threes. He's been shooting the ball well here as of late. Murray, 3 plus threes, 4 plus threes. And Murray over 37.5 par. So let's break those bets down for you one more time. Hawks plus 3.5 first half, plus 7 first half. I'm sorry, let's start over. Hawks plus 3.5 first quarter, plus 7 first half, plus 12 for the game, and Hawks money line. Murray, 24 plus points, 30 plus points, 3 plus threes, 4 plus threes, over 37.5 par. Bogdanovich over 16.5 points, 20 plus points, 3 plus threes, and 4 plus threes. So a lot of threes from the Hawks. The Mavs don't defend the three-point line well. No shock there. I mean, it's pretty on those there. And then Murray, normally they don't have a couple bad shooting nights in a row. If he has one bad one, he seems to bounce back from that one. It wasn't his greatest three-point effort last night. Bogdanovich has been I wouldn't say smoking hot, but he's been hot. He's been getting 3 to 4 threes on a pretty consistent basis. Next game up, 5:10 out here in Phoenix, 8:10 Eastern time. Warriors travel to Houston to play the Rockets. Bad situation, I think, here for the Warriors. The Rockets are getting 4 at home, 228 total. Now, this game is extremely important as the Warriors hold the 10 spot and the Rockets for the 11. Do you not think the Rockets are going to be super pumped up here, only one game back, chance to catch them? I think their ass is going to be on fire, to put it mildly. The Warriors have been playing well. A lot of their games have come under, so do not be surprised if we see an under 228 point at this point. They have played a little bit better defense. The Rockets at home are a different team than they are on the road. They were winning games on that road in that 10-game winning streak that they had, but they are fantastic at home against the number. They have been all season long, especially here in the last probably the back half of the season since the All-Star break. We're going to take the Rockets. We're all on them. This is one of those games we're either going to look like the best handicapper on earth or fall flat on our face here. Like I said, as the Warriors are the experienced team here, but the Rockets have a couple guys. They have more athletes on their team than the Warriors could put together 2 teams and not have that many. They have better, more speed. The one thing that the Warriors have is all the experience on their side as well. So we're going to take the Rockets plus a half first quarter, plus 1.5 first half, plus 4 for the game. We'll also sprinkle some on Rockets money line. The best we found was right around plus 145 on that one there. Jalen Green, over 26.5 points, 30 plus points, 35 plus points. 4 plus threes, 5 plus threes. Over 37.5 par. And then Steph Curry, who's been struggling, no question about it, under 26.5 points, under 4.5 threes, under 37.5 par, and over 2.5 turnovers. And Amen Thompson, who we really like, and I think this guy, it looks like he could be one of the stars out of this draft, besides Wembayamba. Scoot looks like he's coming along nicely since everybody else got hurt, and he got a chance to really get some minutes. But Amen Thompson looks like he could be a prolific 10 rebound tonight, 15 points or so. A great piece for the Rockets. So we'll take Amen Thompson over 8.5 rebounds. So one more time in this Rockets and Warriors matchup. Rockets plus a half first quarter, plus 1.5 first half, plus 4 for the game. We'll also sprinkle some on the money line for the Rockets as well. Jalen Green, 27 plus points, 30 plus points, 35 plus points, 4 plus threes, 5 plus threes, over 37.5 par. That's points, assists, rebounds combined for those new to the episode or new to the show. Steph Curry, under 26.5 points, under 4.5 threes, under 37.5 par, and over 2.5 turnovers. And Amen Thompson for 9 plus rebounds. Last game of the night should be an interesting one here. Nuggets going to LA to the Clippers. Nuggets laying 4.5 as the road favorite, 221 total. Games at 7:10 here in Phoenix, so 10:10 Eastern. No Kawhi Leonard. Bunch of game time decisions all over the place. Game's important to Denver. To the Clippers, yes, but not as much. Denver's still fighting for this number one overall seed. I think it's important. I really do. So if the Suns could end up in this, as a 7 seed, I don't think they want to face them maybe in the first round. That's a pretty tough. No matter who the seed going against the Suns is, even though the Suns have had a disappointing year, it's going to be a tough out. Not that they can't win it. I just think it's going to be one of those teams that extends the series a little bit. 6, 7 games, something to that effect. So getting that number one seed, I think, is important. As I don't think the Suns are going to get down to the 8 with the plan. So would you the Nuggets, I think, would much rather face the Warriors or the Lakers or the Rockets for the 8 seed. Put it to you that way. So I don't foresee that being the issue. That's not the problem. There's neither team is like it's desperation mode to win this game. I just think without Kawhi and the ability for James Harden to turn the ball over at alarming rates all the time, it's not it's not one of those games that's automatic. We got to have do or die games, but we're not going to play a side or a total here due to that. We are just going to play a few player props in this one. We like Jokic quite a bit in this matchup. Over 27.5 points, over 49.5 par. Jokic for a triple-double. It was plus 170 on DraftKings. It was about the best one we found. And then Harden over 2.5 turnovers, which we can't ever play that one enough. So one more time in this Nuggets-Clippers matchup, Jokic over 27.5 points, over 49.5 par. Jokic triple-double, and Harden over 2.5 turnovers. So I mentioned a couple times throughout the show, at the end of every episode that we do, on YouTube, in the comment section, you'll find a link to our Google Sheets. It'll say docs.google.spreadsheet, bunch of other stuff behind it. This is a link to a ledger of all of our bets, what juice we got those at, how many units we bet, and then also what result. So as we do try to get these bets out to you as early as possible, sometimes we do add some bets, especially as player props become available, or we find guys are out, things of that nature. So make sure you do check those as we get closer to game time as well. If you put your bets in a little bit closer to game time, just to see if there's anything updated that you might like, love, or even want to fade. So make sure you check that out when you get some time. And as always, if you could subscribe and get notifications to our YouTube channel, it makes life really simple to find us once you hit that subscribe button. We'll be in your subscriptions tab with a little dot next to it to let you know Sports Bets for Free has dropped a new episode of Bets. And if you want to make life even easier, turn on that notifications tab for YouTube, and you will get a notification to your phone or device to let you know Sports Bets for Free has dropped a new episode of Bets, and give you plenty of time to match those up with your bets and give you that ton of confidence you need heading to the betting app or betting window. I do appreciate everybody's support as always, and I look forward to seeing you on the next episode.